Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. Right, so today we're going to be looking around the game room. I thought I'd give you a bit of a room tour. So I can't remember who it was, I do apologise, but somebody did actually request this a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if it was on Twitter or if it was on YouTube, but if you're watching, thank you very much for the request. So yeah, just give you a quick whip around the room. I've been here for 3 years. I've not done a room tour yet, so I thought I should do that really. So I've not got a whole lot in my room. It is a very small room, and as you know, my collecting isn't as big as it once was. But I've got enough that I think, you know, it could make the video interesting. So let's crack on. So when you walk into my room, the first thing you see on the right hand side is two big Billy bookcases from IKEA. Those are just used to store my films and music. So I've got on the right hand side, I've got my game boxes, which I've put up for display because I've got nowhere else to put them. So I've got PS1, PS3, PS4, Wii U, and the VR box. And then I've got all my films, which is a little bit smaller now because 3 years ago when I moved house, I did actually cull a ton of DVDs that I used to own, and I just bought back the odd film on Blu-ray that I really wanted to watch all the time. So yeah, just a brief thing with films, I don't collect them. I'm not a collector of film whatsoever. I just buy films that I like because physical media is better quality film and picture and sound quality. So I've got those, and then on the left hand side I've got another Billy bookcase, which when we open that up is just all my CD music that I collected over the years when I was a teenager in my 20s, and all the albums I bought. I don't really buy CDs these days, I'm more of a vinyl person, but I do occasionally buy an album on CD if the vinyl is just not coming out or it's taking a long time. So I've only done that a couple of times in the last couple of years, maybe 2, 3, 4 times, hardly anything at all really. As I say, I much prefer to buy a vinyl or wait until the vinyl gets released and buy it then. So that's that side, and then the main part, we have all my games. Now I don't have a whole lot, as I say, so first of all, we have the two posters, which you'll see at the top, which are the Final Fight poster and the Streets of Rage poster. I purchased those back in 2017 because those are two of my favourite scoring and beat 'em ups. And when it comes to 8 and 16-bit gaming and 2D gaming, scoring and beat 'em ups are my favourite genre, so I had to have those in there. And Final Fight is one of 3 of my favourite arcade games ever. I played the hell out of that as a kid, and Streets of Rage was the game that made me want on Mega Drive, so it made sense that I put both of those up there. Then we have a few figures. We've got some Mario figures. I've got my DC figures. I've got a couple of Mask figures that I've bought, and all a couple of vehicles, should I say. Just random stuff and a retro gamer mug. And then underneath we have the games. So I've got my Xbox original collection, which I'm just starting to put together over the last year or so. So I still only have a few, but I've got about 60 odd, so it's a pretty good start, I think. Some pretty good titles as well, and one in particular, Painkiller, was a gem of a find. Underneath that I have the Wii U, which I don't have a lot. I've only recently purchased the Wii U, I bought that back, and so I've only got a handful of great games there, still a few I need to play. And then we've got my Wii games at the bottom, which they're just sort of gathering dust, but I do play GoldenEye now and again because I love GoldenEye, or get frustrated with Donkey Kong Country Returns, which is an absolute nightmare. And then on the right hand side we have the PlayStation bookcase, which basically has a small amount of PS1 games, because at the moment I'm not going hardcore PS1, I'm just buying a game, playing it through and then buying a new one, so that takes a bit of time. I got a small amount of PS2 because it's my least favourite console of all time, and then we have the PS3, which was my favourite console last generation, so I've got a good amount of games there. There are a couple more that I need to find once we're back out in the wild and I can go to CEX, but for the most part I've got the majority of games that I want for that system. And then at the bottom we have the PS4, which I'm catching up on at the moment. I'm very far behind on. Have a lot of games to buy for that system at some point, so yes, that's a work in progress. And then around behind me, where I'm sitting right now, we have the actual console setup. So we've got the two TVs, we've got a Panasonic 21-inch CRT. Unfortunately it's the mono model, not the stereo model, but the picture quality is absolutely superb for it, it's beautiful. I'd like to get a larger 4x3, but I'm not having a lot of success finding one, unfortunately. But eventually I will find one and I'll pick it up, and hopefully it'll be a good one. I'd like to get a 25 or a 29 like I used to have. Then to the right we have the 28-inch Sony Trinitron widescreen, which is an absolute beauty of a TV. I love it, picture's great, sounds great, fantastic. I use that mainly for the PS2 and Xbox, and I use the 21-inch 4x3 for the PS1. So yes, console wise I've just got the PS1, PS2 and the original Xbox setup at the moment, and those are the systems that I'm primarily playing on. So that's it really. I mean, that's, you know, I've got some IKEA inserts down the bottom where I just basically store cables, controllers, just, you know, keep everything out of the way, keep it nice and tidy. The room's good. It's not massive, as I say, but for what I've done, I've used the space the best I can. Probably could have done a better job, I know, but you know, I'm happy with what I've got. I don't have a whole lot, but I have enough to play. That's the most important thing, you know. The collection will grow over time, of course, and it'll get bigger. And you know, we will see what happens. And of course, if the room changes, then I will do a new room tour in the future. But I just wanted to just hop on, show you around the room, let you have a look, see what you think, because as I say, I've not done this since I've been living here, so I thought it'd be a good idea. And again, thank you to the person that requested this video as well. So let me know in the comments below what you think, guys. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.